Bueno, vamos a, en un momentito voy a enseñaros una partida del Project Vril. Vais a ver la expansión o el juego base, nos lo voy a explicar todo en inglés, así que estará toda la... vais a ver las primeras 2 rondas, lleva un ratito, pero vais a poder ver no solamente las reglas del juego base, sino las reglas, bueno, las reglas y la expansión en sí. Y nada, espero que lo disfrutéis, ¿vale? Venga, hasta ahora.
So this is Reichbusters. It is nearing the end of World War II. We are in 1944, something like that. The Germans have gone through a portal and found a different planet where they have something they call real power, which the Germans are bringing back to the Earth and making Nazi zombies, Nazi scientists. It's all the cliches. We are in this Hollywood movie here. This is the very last mission in the expansion. So you guys have went through the portal, you have run around on this planet, you have killed what you needed to kill, grabbed what you needed to grab. You now have to run back, get through the portal before it closes. And it closes when our turn is at the end. If that happens, you die. In the original campaign, this portal is here and it is jammed by 2, but because this will take quite a long time, we have shortened it. And this is still a long scenario, so if you at any point go, no, I need to see other things at Essen than playing Reichbusters all day, just say so, that's okay. You have your 4 heroes. They all start at that tile there. In this scenario on this planet, everything is dark, so you can only see 1 tile away. Unless there's a hero on that tile, then he will light it up. The same goes for the enemies, luckily, so it's the same effect for them. It's a bit difficult to see. We tried to mattify some of the tiles, but wherever it is entirely black, that is a wall. So you just follow the road here to the portal.
It's a road.
Yes.
Like here.
Yes. But you can also walk, there's a road here, so you can walk into that room, but there's a wall here, so you can't move on. The portal is jammed. You need a real cue to open it. You just need 1. There are 2 on the table.
Only need 1.
You only need 1. For this one, you only need 1, yes. These are enemies that start on the table. There will come more. You will, if you make noise, you will alert more enemies, so more will come. But these will spawn the minute they see you, and this guy here can't see you. So looking at the one here, we draw a spawn card. Looking at the one here, it says 1B. For all adventures, there's a separate card. It tells you out here what the minis are and how many in total.
Can I show it to the camera?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you ever, like for this, there's 12 zombies. If you ever need to have more than 12 zombies on the table, no more will come in because we only use the 12, that is the maximum. But if you kill some, then we can bring them back. So here we have a zombie, and he's a little bit suspicious about you guys. Just a little bit. This card will also tell us how they attack, with how much, if they're ranged and everything. Yes. You guys all start with, all start with your 2 feet. And then you draw 2 more cards. And I suggest you play with your cards open on the table, because this is a cooperative game, so you can talk about what you want and how, when you want to do stuff. So you draw 2 cards. Yes. have one thing. But on the other cards, you have two areas. The top area is typically an action, or in your case, with the lightning bolt, a reaction. The bottom part is typically a modifier. You can only use one when you play the card, but depending on the case, you choose which one you want to do. You have two basic actions. You have one move and one attack. But if you can play more attack cards after that, like you have one here that says make an attack on 3 enemy units. That is an extra attack you get. So as long as you have cards like that, you just keep playing your cards. And I do suggest play all the cards you can all the time. Shuffle through the deck as fast as you can, because you are on a time tracker and you need to get through everything as fast as you can. If you don't use your basic actions, so if you don't use your basic move or your basic attack, you may draw 2 cards for each basic action you don't use. So that can be up to 4 cards. And if it turns out that the cards you draw you can use them, go for it. You are heroes, you are extra strong, you just run out there.
Of the cards that you can keep
No. At the end of all of your turn, if you have 4 or less cards on the table, you draw 1 card, but there is no upper limit to how many cards you can have. So please just get as many. These are your weapons. And in this game, they are not items, which is a bit weird, but this is items. Your weapons have a range. That is this one up here. So yours is range 0, so you have to be on the same tile as the enemy. The second one is your attack dice. So in this case, it would be 3 black. The last one is the one you're all gonna hate. It's your noise dice. A lot of what you do makes noise, and if you make enough noise, more enemy patrols will spawn. All dice have a star. If you roll a star, the dice explode, meaning it turns into 2, and then you roll another die. If that is a star, it turns into 2, and then you roll another die, and you keep going like that. Both attack and defense, and you have some special red Vril dice, all have this star on them, and so does the noise dice. And I kid you not, Wednesday, when we had a fun game between ourselves, I rolled 18 noise, starting with 1 die. So just don't do that. You
the same problem. Both white dice and white noise dice also explode.
Also explodes, yes. And so does your Vril dice when you need to use them.
Where's the indication that I can use the Vril dice?
You can see here, there's the red Vril dice. Black things are either add that to your attack, or can I get you to put, if you put this down, like here he can use a modifier adding 2 more dice.
But only 2 black dice.
Only 2 black dice, so that's good for attack. You have defense, so in your case, you can add a star, which will instantly be 2, and then roll another die, because it acts like a star would if you have rolled that.
Are these cards permanent? Or?
No, but they can be. You're missing, you have, yes. Your feet are like these. You use them and discard them.
Okay.
Once you're through your entire deck, you shuffle it, remove 1 card permanently, and then use the others. If you run out of cards entirely, you're dead. Or at least captured by the Nazis. But if you do that, we've been here for too long. So I'm hoping. For your Vril dice, you can roll a search. That is an instant wound on the bad part of the wound card. If you roll 2 Vril dice and one of them is a star, instead of turning it into a 2, you can remove a search.
Okay.
So your character is a little bit special. You have previously been captured by the Nazis and escaped, but they have infused you with some of this real power. You are a very crazy Irish guy. Yes.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
The meaning of
This means if you play this card during an attack, that you get a star, so that will turn into 2, and then you roll another. And if that's a star, we just keep going.
But the symbols, what does those symbols mean?
Yes. So, let's take yours here. This is a reaction. This means it's used. This means how much noise it makes. And if we, like here, you have, see if you can. Here is a mega lethal hammer attack with 2 noise. If his hammer, for instance, it does 1 noise, then we use the 2. We don't. No. You take the highest. Always only, and you're gonna be glad for that. So we only ever take the highest for noise.
That is the value of the noise you produce, or the number of dice you throw?
The number of dice you throw. So symbols like this are dice, but squares are values. So like he can add a +3 to an attack. These symbols here, or tokens here, are special features for the room. They can be good. They're probably not. Just saying.
So we discover them when we get into
When you walk into the room, this happens. If you walk up to this tile, this and this guy will see you. If they are alert, then they will attack you after your turn. So if you're fighting and he's still there, he will attack you. Then it's another person's turn, and he will fight. If he's still there, then he will attack him, and so forth. We do not have fixed turns in this game. The guys decide which one goes first. It could be you, and then you do what you want to do, and then the rest of you goes, hey, but if you did that, it would be smart if now you did this. When you have all gone, we collect all these again and start over for every turn. In the base game, however, not in this, but in the base game, if the Nazis discover you and turn on the alarm, these will get shuffled and handed out randomly, which gives a completely different kind of game suddenly. I think we should just take the rest as you walk into it, I think. So you guys just need to figure out which one of you. If you have a ranged weapon, you can only shoot it at range unless it has versatile. Versatile means you can shoot it even if you're in melee. And you don't have ranged, and you should all have one weapon that at least that is versatile. I think yours is there. Yeah, your hammer you can use melee always. They have other keywords. You can. Oh, I didn't say that. Sorry. If you guys are on the same tile, you can help each other. So if you attack the zombie and don't really reach the amount you need, he can go, hey, but I can add +3 to your attack. You can do that just once for each of you per attack. So that's the way you can, but you have to be on the same tile unless you're Sergeant Sally, because she has squad leader, so she can shout at people who are on tiles next to. You have dual wielding. It doesn't quite work as dual wielding, but I will tell you that when you start fighting and if you hit it. The wording is bad on that one because it's not using both guns. It's the fact that if you hit enough damage, you can kill 2 instead of only 1. You have burst on that one, meaning you start shooting 1, and if you get enough damage, we simply apply it all around. So like zombies have a defense of 6, but if you get to 12, you can kill 2. If you get to 18, you can kill 3. Yes. Yeah. let's go for it. See what happens.
One other question.
Yeah.
Are there rooms of the tiles divided into spaces? Or are
Yes.
Yes.
In this game it is one space, but in the core game the rooms can be divided further up. But on the
Basically,
planet
it doesn't
it's
matter
just,
where this guy is. I mean,
he's just there.
in a room.
Yes. What matters with him is that he's a zombie and has meat shield. So if there are other creatures on the tile, he's kind of in the way, and you have to kill him first.
If I get here, for
Yeah,
example,
sorry, that's
he's
from the
going to
previous.
I guess.
Sorry?
For example, someone of us gets here.
Yeah.
Unless we make noise, he might not attack us.
No,
or he will.
He will. He's only suspicious because we're starting, but the minute one of you do anything, he will go alert because he sees you.
But for example, someone could shoot from here.
Yes.
It has
Yes.
enough range.
Yes. And you are very silent. A lot of your things doesn't make any noise at all, whereas you are kind of the guys who just run in and shout and go, hey!
Heavy hitters, they probably make much more damage than we do.
Yes. In the previous game, we had a guy playing O'Reilly who killed 6 zombies, 1 acolyte, and 1 of these in one go. So it is possible.
The bar.
Yeah.
And if we make noise, more people will come to the
Yes.
party.
And you will make noise. That will just happen.
Does it make sense to first activate the characters that try to make less noise and only bring the big guys when we really have problems? Or,
But you only win the game per se if you all get through the portal.
all of us.
If it was a campaign and one of you were left behind, because you don't really die in this game, you take wounds, and when you reach a certain number, you topple over. If there are enemies on the tile, they capture you. In the campaign, there are side missions, so you can go back and rescue the guys you left behind. But we are not doing that here today. So yes, you basically now pick which one of you should go first.
So just to recap,
Yes.
first subject is to fetch the key from here.
Yeah, either there or there.
Or there.
You only need one.
Oh, we need two.
No, you just need one.
That means that there might be a guy. Sorry, I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
there are enemies there, so the minute you walk into that space,
We'll see
enemies
what's
will
here.
spawn there and enemies will spawn there, no matter what
we
you
know
do.
that there are enemies, but we don't know
Which?
how many and which
No,
of them.
no.
And the numbers here
You
says
know that they are a level 2 enemy, so you can see this would be 1, so for 2 we look here, and for 3 we look here.
Okay, but I think that it makes sense. Do you want me to try to kill this guy that with the guns that don't make noise? I need someone that's here.
Excellent.
We'll try to do that.
Then you get this.
Now, how does this work?
Yeah. So you can either use one of your cards.
Yes.
Not this one. No. You don't have an attack card right now. Then you use your basic attack action. You pick your weapon.
Only one, for example, this one, right?
Yes. And you get to choose the one that has precise, not accurate. Because precise.
It's better, precise.
No, with accurate you can shoot enemies that are standing further away.
Yes.
With precise, I do believe you get to with all your blanks, if you make a blank, will turn into a 1 instead.
Yeah, with versatile, with precise, sorry.
No, yeah, that was precise. Versatile means that if you are standing on the
I
same
can
tile,
attack in the same tile as the my
yes,
enemy.
even though it is a ranged weapon, yes.
So I'll use precise.
Yes, yeah.
I'll use precise. 2 dice with success sword.
Yes,
I have. Okay, this is true.
yeah, so,
2, and I can.
and your blank
And then
turns
it's
into a 1, because you are precise.
Yes, this is a black.
So you now have dealt 4 in damage. The zombie has 6 in defense, so this is not enough. But you have friends around you who might want to help. You could give him +3, you could give him a star, And you could give him 2 extra dice.
With 2 is enough?
Yes. But I would still suggest you roll, simply because if you roll a star now, he might drop loot.
Okay.
And he must discard.
Yes.
That doesn't give me, it gives me 2 more
2 more dice.
Okay.
And that is enough.
You have?
No, it's enough.
It's enough? Oh yes, because how precise.
Yes. So 2 and 4, yeah, that is enough. So he is
But
gone.
there's no loot.
There's no loot, and there's no noise, because your weapon doesn't make noise, and this card doesn't have any noise. So you just very silently shot him in the head.
Okay. So I have moved once. Now I can, sorry, I have
attack once.
Now I can move my
Yes.
die here and
Yes. Yeah. The minute you do that, he will spawn. So that is 2 zombies. And
There's one
let me take a new one. Here's 3 C's.
C's are zombies or C's are...
C's are declining, and these are a little bit special. Yeah, kind of cute. These are die Augen.
Okay, alles klar.
Declining, where the zombies have a defense of 6, so you have to give them 6 or more to hit them. Declining do not have any defense at all, but they have a psychic shield, so they can only be hit by a star. But if you roll a star, it is dead. And in your case, if you roll several stars with burst, you can kill several. So they are tough, but they are doable. Yes, so now you figure out which one of you will go as the second player.
What is our movement range?
1.
Can you only have these 2 specific actions. 1 move and 1 attack. You can do twice. You can move twice.
No.
Attack
For
twice.
basic actions, you have 1 move and 1 attack.
But you can spend 1 card.
Yes.
You can attack and move.
You can attack or move or attack. You choose that.
And to move additional, I use,
But like, you have
a card like this.
Yeah, and that
An
would be
additional.
extra. That would be an extra move. And you could also use this to add to your basic move, so you could move 2. But then you generate
And
more.
what means this symbol? What means?
This is a modifier. So,
One more question. This is unique cards that we have.
it's a extra strong cards.
But once we...
So when you use them, you still discard them, and then you shuffle, and hopefully they come back. So they're not gone forever, but they are extra strong, so use them carefully. I didn't mention your heroic points. You all have a star. That is a heroic point. If you really need something to succeed, like if you have to roll 18 defense with 2 dice, you can use this and say, I just succeed, and then it's over. During the game, if you ever clear a tile where there's 4 or more enemies, you get one of these at random, and there are attacks, and there are defense, and if you're really lucky, these go for both.
Oh, nice.
To attack to this group, you weapon pack only with this, or
No, these have 6 defense. So you attack them and you kill them in a normal way. This one, these guys here have a special defense where you only kill them with a star. Yes, exactly.
one attack.
One is enough to kill them.
Okay.
For example, if I roll with this guy's 1 star, then I can roll again the dice.
And if that's
Another star?
no, it depends on your attack. Some attacks hit several creatures, some only hit 1. So if you only hit 1, that would be bad. But he has a weapon that can burst.
I can shoot.
So
I'll do all the noise.
So they spread a lot of noise.
I have a 0 range weapon,
Yes.
so I only could go into this field and do not attack. Or,
yeah, because you do not have. But But you can draw more cards instead, yes, and see if that can give you some more. Do you know which one of you wants to go next?
I don't know. He can move twice, so he'll probably attack again. How many? You can only move once, right?
Yeah.
And Sergio, do you have anything to move twice or do something? Or range 2? What was your name?
Cast.
Cast. Do you have range 2 weapons or
No. Just range 0.
Zero. And you can order move 1 and make an attack. So you can spend 1 card.
attack.
You should then spend your basic action, move once, and then spend this card, and you can move again and attack me once here.
What do you think if I go in and then I'm able to spend any assistance to anyone who needs it?
Oh yes, that's right. Yes.
Yeah.
Because it will be nice. You can move here.
The smartest thing I can do.
Yes. And since you only use your basic move, draw 2 cards. And 2 cards for action. Yes.
Okay.
And if you can use them, like you could use this one
Move
now.
1, move 2, for example.
So you just play that now, move 1.
Okay.
But do note that it does make a little bit of noise.
Okay,
But you can run in and try and kill them.
I would do that. Advance.
Okay.
So you move 1 and you draw a card. And just
So once if you don't do an action, you draw 2 cards. Can you spend those cards?
yes. If you can keep going, you are real heroes. But you
It's a
have
very active game, dynamic game.
yes.
It's a noise.
This is the noise for the one up here. That is a 1. Yeah, but we have to draw a noise. If this had been a blank, we wouldn't draw anything. But since it is a 1, you have to add another noise dice to your roll.
Now.
And if you get 4 or more, this down here will happen.
Okay.
Only 2. Everything is good. Yes.
Good. Silent night. Okay. Attacking.
Yes.
Which weapon? Hammer or the? I don't know what's the other thing.
Yeah.
It's a wrench.
I mean, you can do it with the wrench. Wouldn't produce any noise. Would be silent.
Does not make noise.
Yeah. Okay. So let's do. I take 2 black dice.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's no star.
That's not a
I don't have this big star.
Only that with the star.
Only with stars. For declining. Everything else, it's normal, but the little ones there, it's only stars.
What is that red die? He has that card. Lina.
Yeah, sorry.
That symbol.
Okay.
You can add a red star that would kill one of them, but you would have to re-roll it. If it ends here, you take a permanent wound. But it is an option to get 1 away. And it is kind of what you're doing. You could also add 2 of these if you want to.
Yeah, but it's really risky. So.
It is, but you still have, if you roll a search, you still have this one.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
So you either choose this or this. There's no reason to pick both. Because if this is not enough, you can always choose the next one.
Okay, so starting with this. Brave for you guys.
No stars.
No stars. But no damage from me at least. Okay, just think positive.
Try that one.
I try this one, yeah, just 1.
And now this is an automatic star. So you kill 1. Yes.
Okay. Discard the card. And well, if I'm in the mood, I could use this one, or
could use this, but I would save that when you have many enemies.
Okay, I'll spare this. Okay. What do you think? This is better, or this would be better for a lot more enemies? Especially if it has no, it makes no sense because I need big star.
Yeah, you only need big stars. Okay. So I would stop for you now.
Okay.
Because this one still needs stars. If you, for instance, are in a room with a lot of zombies, they need 6 for you to kill. So if you just make 6 damage, you kill all the zombies in the room.
So I took the little one off.
Now that your turn has ended, since they go alert, because obviously they do.
Something's happening.
Yeah. They will now attack you. And they have, if you look at this.
You need to discover this tile?
Yes. Good thinking. That means this is an echo chamber, so all noise you make in here are doubled.
Wow.
So the more quiet you can be, but I don't think anything you did made any noise. You were completely quiet. Declining. They have a ranged attack and a melee attack. Since they're up in your face, they will use the melee attack. The first one does 4 damage. Every other one after that adds 2. So in your case it's 6, but if there had been 3, it would have been 8. So if you have, for instance, a lot of zombies, it can quickly add up. Yes.
You can only play cards if you're in the same room as the other character.
Except Sally here, who can shout at people 1 tile away, but she's all the way down there, so that's too far away. So you are up against 6.
6, okay, just need 2 times 3 shields.
Almost there, but not quite. So you drop 2 items. Oh, no, hang on, you have that one. Hang on.
Okay.
So, no, you don't drop it, because this adds 2 more green dice to your defense and a red. Oh, this one, sorry.
Okay.
So why do you need to draw that card?
Because he was wounded.
Oh, so when you
But we don't know yet, because I forgot he had body armor. So you have extra dice to defend yourself with.
I see.
Yeah. Easy peasy, no problem. Yeah.
This counts as a success, right?
Yes.
So that's 7. Okay.
So this is a kind of permanent, or?
Yeah.
Do you spend that or not? You still use it?
In this case, it's body armor, so it stays. Since it is Vril infused, bad things can happen to it. In your case, you just take wounds, but there could be weapons that would explode in your face and stuff like that. Yes, with rage, when you are in melee, so when you are up in the face with them, if you roll a star once per melee attack, instead of turning, it will still turn into 2, but you get 2 dice instead of just 1.
Okay, do that.
And you can move twice because you have 1 card that allows you to move and attack, and you have another basic action which is to move. So you can move here, then spend the card, then you can move here and attack. And you still have 1 more basic action that will be attack. So you can move twice and attack twice. Am I right?
Sorry?
He has 2 basic actions and he has 1 card that says you can move and attack.
That's
So
an
you
extra.
can
Yes.
As a basic action,
Yes.
move here,
Yes.
spin a card,
Yes,
move here,
move attack, yes.
and then you will still have another attack basic action.
Yes, you would. But just remember that this is a very noisy room,
Yes.
so it might be better shooting from out here
Better, okay.
than in here.
Okay.
This shooting won't.
No, wait, hang on. He would still double the noise, because it would still, no, so it doesn't
The noise
matter.
is produced.
Yeah, in this case it means you won't make any noise. I actually a bit unsure why they put a,
First, but careful with that. Careful.
A lot of
Noise.
Need anything?
No, I'm good, but thanks.
Lina, the
Yes.
noise, where do you produce the noise? Where from you
If I
from
shoot
where
in
you
this,
attack or the target area?
If he shoots into this area,
The noise is produced in
in
the
here,
target area.
if he stands in that area, the noise is produced there. If he does anything that happens in this area, the noise is produced there. But in your case, if you make so much noise that a patrol appears, it will appear from the nearest darkest space, and that would be either here or here, and then they would move this way.
okay.
The dark space?
Yeah, because you can't see this, so this is dark
okay,
for
okay,
you,
okay.
and you can't see. Oh, there's a wall there. They would only be able to come from here
Okay.
and then move that way.
Okay.
I need to double check. You have Vril experiment, so you may add a red die to any non-noise test. So when you are attacking or defending, you can add this die. If it turns into a star, you may remove one permanent wound or inflict one wound to an enemy.
In any order.
But you are always in the risk of rolling that.
He has decided to spend that card that allows him to move and attack in any order he wants
Yes.
to action.
Yeah.
Use the basic. Use this card. One.
Okay. Spend that card, put it over there, and then discard pile. Here. Or up. There.
Use the
Yeah. You throw two dice. Two black dice.
That is one away. No, because it's these.
And that's it, right?
Yes, because it's one.
One attack.
Yeah, but you're only targeting one, so you can't. Yeah. If he had someone who said I'm targeting several, then.
That's rage. That's what you mean.
But that would mean for the one he attacks, he would get 2 more stars. But it is dead, so it doesn't matter.
You've made now you have one basic remaining action. You have to move and then play the card. So you still can attack again. So attack again with 2 more dice. Let's see if you can kill.
No.
Nothing happens.
In this case, if you don't do anything else, are you done?
When can you pick up this card? When it's empty of
With a
enemies?
basic action. Actually, I don't know that. I think you can pick it up when you want to.
So you don't need to kill all the people in the
No,
room. You can just pick up.
Yeah, I
this
think
and
that.
then run away.
I'll just double check, but I think so. But it does require a basic action. It could be either a basic move or basic attack, but you need to have yes. Are you done?
Yes, he has finished.
Yes. So the little one that is left will attack you. It is there. There's only one now, so it is a defense of 4.
4 damage. 4 damage. 4 damage. Now you have to roll your defense dice. You're going to spend that because you get 3 successes.
Yeah, but wait till you are rolled to see if you get what you need.
How many dice do you always roll for defense?
Always 2.
And plus the
Plus your cards. You can always
Plus my
spend
card.
cards. Hey, snake eyes. So you can still fly. Doesn't matter what injury you have.
It is not enough, but you can risk that the threshold gives you a permanent wound. But it's only 3, so you're probably safe.
Not that bad.
So, and this is a good card for you. You drop 2 items, but you don't have any? No. If there is 3 or more in difference between what you rolled and what you need, and there is, because you needed 4 and you rolled 0, your item limit is reduced to 3. You don't have any items, and you probably won't pick up many. Yes, yes. So what we do is we stick this down here.
Okay.
When you have 4 of these, you drop down.
Okay. I can use.
Sorry?
This is a permanent bomb.
Yes, you can use that whenever you want to remove the permanent wounds.
Okay, so now you're the last one.
You finished? Okay. I only have a range attack, a very nice.
But attack those guys.
Yes,
I
yes.
move
One.
basic,
Yeah.
and attack.
3 dice, come on.
3 dice. This
And 3 noise dice. Those are noise dice. The first attack, 3 dice. Excellent. Excellent. It could be worse.
You can make another attack, and then you add a die, so that would be 4 dice, and then you use this card.
But that's another attack.
That's a new attack. Yes, yes.
So you make another attack, so you have to roll the dice. You only roll noise dice once, right? I mean, you don't.
Oh no, we have to roll the 3 good.
before making another attack,
Yeah, you have to roll the 3 noise dice first. Yes. So
Plus 2.
Yeah.
Okay,
So 3.
only 3.
So
Kid count.
you have to re-roll 1 noise
noise
dice.
dice.
No. Re-roll. No. Re-roll the 2.
I choose.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't go above 5.
Oh,
Yeah.
5.
If you had made
pass?
5 or more, then enemies would have spawned.
But there are 3, no problem.
No problem. And now
I
you
do another
yes,
attack?
Yes, with
3
4
dice
dice and the
plus
+1.
one.
Yes. So that is 6. So 1 zombie is dead. Since you are using burst, if there is any way we can give him 3 more damage, the other zombie is dead too. Who is standing with you? That is Irina.
Yes.
No, you cannot modify him.
I can't do anything with this.
But you have to roll noise again.
Okay.
I can't spend those cards, right? It's only for
That is for you, yes.
Wow.
That's 2.
Be careful.
So 4. You have to add 3 more dice to your noise.
7.
So you get 3 more.
3 more dice.
And don't go over 8.
Yeah?
Yeah, not bad. Only
8.
6.
Yes.
We managed. Oh, that was not
All is good. But if he had went above 8, this down here would have happened. In this case, the Kleinen is aware and the zombies are aware, so they would have started shooting and killing. Yes. If you are done with your turn,
I can do anything more.
then the zombie will, what we do now, since we have more, we go through this list starting from the first one. We have a zombie, so he will move. We have a Kleinen. It will stay, because it both has melee and ranged. When we have gone through the entire list, we start at the top again. So now the zombie will attack. Since you were the last one to activate, it will attack you. So it will hit you for 5.
5.
So you use 2 dice and you just
2
roll.
dice or
You can use that, but I would save that for later.
It's interesting.
No, it's till the end. This is for the... Now, resilient does give him extra stuff, and this will work. This symbol here is till the end, to the start of your next turn, but this is very powerful, and he's really not. So. Yes. So now declining will shoot you, and we have the ranged here, so that would be 4.
But who's the target of the declining? Because
the last who activated.
Here.
So you have to defend again against the 4.
It's a range attack.
Range attack, yes, 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that is always that way. I mean, when someone attacks you, when an enemy attacks you, it's always, the objective is the last player, right?
Unless there are cards, there's some cards that say he will always attack me instead. So you take 2? Yes.
2.
So you have to discard an item or a card. You do not have an item, so you have to discard a card. Yeah, that's a tough one because they're both good. No, yeah, I don't know.
This one?
That one, because you might need that later. If the difference is 2 or more, so he gave you 4 in damage and you only roll 2, so 2 minus 4 is only 2, which is this number. You cannot, this will take effect, and you can no longer play reaction cards until it is healed.
Okay.
Until you discard that card, right? He cannot use reaction cards until he discards this card.
He keeps this card.
But are there any cards that allow you to
Yes.
neutralize?
And if he reaches 4, he will drop down. And if there's no enemy there, he can spend time to recover, and then some of the cards will go away.
That's another round, right?
Yes. So now the turn tracker goes down.
Yeah.
Well, there.
Yes. And
this
all goes in here. And you guys figure out which one goes next now.
Well, I think you made a really good job. You can try it. You don't draw cards, right?
Yes. If you have 4 or less, so you can draw a card. You can draw a card. You can all draw a card.
Always 2 cards or only 1?
Just 1. If you have 4 or less, so you can all draw 1 card.
1 card?
One card.
First on my turn?
No,
Or
at the end of all of your turns.
Now.
Yes.
Actually, I could. If I'm attacking again with the silent range,
Yes.
and I'm using 2 attack dice,
Yes.
I can decide later to add this tool.
That is a separate attack, so that's a second attack, but it's a free attack where this will be your basic action attack. No?
I am.
So now you can use this, and then you would use 4 dice instead.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, take 1.
But hang on, your weapon is lethal, so you may reroll blanks.
Okay.
Okay, go.
Come on, 1 star.
No. Was the other roll you had a blank on that, didn't you?
Excuse me?
On the other roll you had a blank on that? The first time?
No, I don't think.
No.
I don't think so.
Okay, so
You haven't used your move action, so you can pick up the orb if you'd like to.
Yes, of course.
Yes. When you move, you can always move it out of a tile if you can go out of a tile where there's an enemy, you can go into a tile where there's an enemy. You cannot use your same move to go in and out of a tile with an enemy. That would have to be two separate moves.
Okay.
So even if you had boosters that made the range far enough, you would have to do it twice. Yeah.
If I suffer damage, wounds, would it destroy the key?
You might, no, but you might get cards that says you drop items, and then you would have to drop
Just
it.
drop.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, if you are done, the little guy, now first a zombie, will go in and attack you.
Okay.
So,
After each person's turn, you go through all that sheet again.
yeah.
What's the damage?
Hyperactive buster.
Very good.
It's 5. Zombie?
Six. No, 5, yes.
Two more.
No, just one. Yeah, sorry. And then declining is 4. So you need to go. He gives a damage of 4. The little one. So you have to defend against the 4 here. And we keep forgetting this. So you do actually have that on top.
But you can't.
Yeah. You can choose to use this now if you want to.
Yeah, sure.
Then you re-roll this dice. No?
What does that mean?
That means that you can now only have 4 cards on your hand.
Okay.
This meant that he had to take a card or what?
No, this means that he has to take a permanent wound.
A permanent wound.
So the bottom part of this card is now stuck to him. He is very strong, but he does have a dark side to what you do when you use this real power. So that was you. So you were number 2, or were you number 1? You were number 1. Yes.
So I can use regular action to neutralize it, or
No, you have to have 4 wounds and lie down, and then you can start recovering. Unless you get a card, you do have cards that will
there are
remove
special
them.
cards.
Yes. And there are also medical items that can remove things.
I can use this.
Sorry?
For example, this.
For example, that, yes.
One question. This dual wielding, what does this do?
It doesn't do what you think it does. If you make an attack at one creature, so like if there are 2 zombies in this room, you are just shooting one.
But if I kill it,
He has a defense of 6 and he has a defense of 6, so together they have 12. So if you do 12 or more damage, you take out 2. I keep thinking of it that instead of thinking like dual wielding, you shoot the first and the bullet goes through and hit the other one. The wording is bad. It is, because I keep thinking with dual wielding that it would be 2, like you would do this, but that is not how it works.
This card, I can play this card in my turn?
Yes.
In the turn of the other?
Let me try and see. In your turn.
Only my turn.
In your turn. If it had had that symbol, it could have been in the other's turn. Sorry?
interrupt. You need to interrupt symbol.
Yes. Yes.
So I can attack from a distance without making noise. So you believe it would make sense to attack, try to kill them without making noise.
Yeah, you're very quiet.
Should I attack it myself? Okay, so precise.
Is It's better than accurate because you don't have to shoot through them. Precise, your blanks will turn into ones instead.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot first.
You have to, because the zombie has meat shield, so it's just in the way now. It has the keyword meat shield. It is better on the real cards, this is printed, but it says here it has meat shield. So it is just standing in the way of everything else. So you have to shoot that one first. And that is 6. So you have 4. Yeah, that's good enough. And you don't make any noise. And you don't make any noise. Yes.
After you wound an enemy unit, they can make a +1 attack. But that's against the same unit.
No.
Another one.
That's
so
a
first one.
Yes.
Attack again.
And then you get an extra die.
I get.
So you have
3 dice, and I'm gonna attack this one now.
Yes.
Understand.
No.
Yeah, because this doesn't even help you.
Does anyone we have stars here? No. Okay, so with that, I can still move. Since I have made one attack, I can now move here and try to go this way around.
Yes.
Okay.
Turn. I have a range attack. I do a range attack.
Well, one person does this.
Or you
I
prefer
move to try to attack me or no?
It can no longer see you, and you have 2. So since it can't see you, we go a number down, so it will attack him instead. So you will have to defend, but you have the special armor, so you get all of these. Just don't roll that search thing.
Yeah.
No, you are fine. You are fine.
Good.
Or you prefer to turn.
Right, that's range 1 of the kleiner.
Yes. You're using your axe, right? It has lethal, so you may reroll blanks.
That's a key one.
Yes. You could.
Deadly would be a star.
Deadly means. Yeah, with deadly, if you roll a star, instead of 2, it's 3, and then you roll again. Why are you using the green dice? No, because your turn was ended, so now it's attacking you. Oh. Yeah, okay, yes. Yeah, sorry, I was just... Yeah, but it's perfect that you guys just keep going and I can step back. I was just confused.
2.
Yes. Yeah, and then you take no wounds.
It's no problem.
And then it's...
You can move. You can move?
No, his turn is ended, otherwise he wouldn't defend. You only defend at the end of your turn. So if you wanted to do something first, you can do that now. We could just, re-roll back. But normally it will only attack you at the very end when you're finished with everything. So if you want to move out, you can. You can also draw 2 cards instead. Yeah. Yes, and then it's you. And I was wrong. It doesn't double, but you re-roll blanks.
Oh,
So it can still be bad. No, you re-roll the blanks.
I do. If I in this square,
It is still noise. It is
the
still.
noise is produced in this zone, but I am in the zone.
If you
I
shoot,
shoot in this square.
it actually doesn't matter where you shoot, where the noise is produced, because you are making noise in this entire area. So a patrol will hear and come this way.
This means that you re-roll
Blanks, noise dice.
double.
No double. Just re-roll blanks.
Three.
So 3. You re-roll 1 blank noise dice. There are none, and the threshold was only 4. So yes, yeah, you can do more.
And
That was
I
your
can
basic
move.
attack. Yes,
I can move. I move to this square.
yes. And that was the end of your turn. Yeah.
And I finish.
Move here.
And you, yes, exactly. And you draw 1 card if you have less than 5 on your hand.
Ah, that's kind of one of your problems.
Yeah.
Make a range attack on 2 enemy units.
The minute anyone enters here, they will see and they will see.
If we move to
If you
this
walk in there, and you have to walk in there, it's just so you know that will happen.
I can.
Now, I think the toughest guy is
I should slowly go to the podcast. One movement, and can I have a second movement?
Only if you have it on your cards.
Okay. This card 1 wound
Yes.
and 1 movement.
And then you can draw 2 cards for your basic attack action that you can't use anyway. And if that had a move, then you, like here,
Yeah, but I-
it's after a wound card.
I won't discard this because, of course,
So you can't move anymore.
yeah, but I leave this for this.
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
well, I have to
You don't have damage.
Okay, I'll go first. Okay, I'll take number 2. I'm gonna move once here. I need to. I don't know what does that mean.
Yes.
That's water.
No. This area is filled with sticky alien webbing. So you are now stuck. The only way to get out of this room is using move cards. You cannot use your basic move action. Even if you add modifiers, it is still a basic move, so you are stuck. But
One question. What does this token mean?
that is an item you can pick up, but you have to roll a noise dice when you do. You have this card that says that each hero on the same or adjacent tile may move 1. So if you are all here, he can use that card to move you further along. Now that you did walk in here, these will spawn.
Okay.
So we have 2 zombies and a...
C. What's that C?
No, it's a G, I think.
Sorry.
Yes. So
Oh my.
we also have this.
8.
Take that token.
Work is coming.
Take that token, please.
Yeah. And then we have,
Damage. 8 damage.
8 damage.
and then we have the 1, which is 2 more zombies.
And how much defense does that guy have?
8 and
8. Great.
You have a little time, but they will be alert in just a few moments.
Yeah, but now I can spend my other way. I can spend my move action. Now I can spend my attack action.
Absolutely, yes.
And just go it around.
So you pick one of these up, yes, and then you roll a noise die.
¿Qué pabellón es este?
Wow, 3.
Ah, vale, vale. Sí, acabo de ver.
So you have to either, no, you have to either discard your heroic point or add 2 more noise dice to your roll. Before you do anything, she has 3 wounds on her, so you have to give her 8, 16, 24 in damage, because she has 8.
How many wounds? Where do they say
She's 8, she's the Augenmutter.
3 wounds.
So she has 3 wounds. If she moves into a room where you guys are, she will knock you down. If she shoots you, she will knock you down. So you will have to use an action to get up.
Holy shit.
That's a bad space.
Yes.
So, and that is why I said that now, because you have to choose if you want to roll 2 more white dice or lose that. But this could be like an instant wound for her.
I'm not going to discard this.
No,
So,
so 2 more dice.
Nice. 7.
So, and that is more than 6. So we are spawning, yes, we are spawning a B and a D.
Where does it appear? Here. In the darkest room? No, I see this one. So
It will spawn in the nearest darkest room from you, so that is here. And then they will move immediately. It says they are suspicious, so they will turn alert because they see you, and that will go for the entire room. So you were kind of sneaking and everything was going fine. Now it's going downhill, yeah.
I think it's...
What's the movement of this?
Sorry?
The movement of this?
It moves 1.
We can use this.
Okay, I think I'm done. I can't do anything else.
Yeah, but we are kind of split it already. I mean, I run in it and I'm here. He can join you. You both can go out. I mean, I have a spare one for the next round. So at least we can work for you to do as well.
We can do 2 attacks. And this card
Yes. Yes.
plus
Yes.
1 die. Letter.
Yeah. So if you, for instance, use this, you would make 2
Letter.
attacks.
With letter is with this. With this
No,
weapon.
but this add lethals to that. So you get 2 attacks that would then be 4 and burst and lethal, because that would be on top. It is not necessary to have lethal to use this. It adds the lethal when you attack.
Shadow the miniatures. If you look at the miniatures, you will see that they have used airbrush. Gray and then a bit of white. So that gives them a bit more depth. I'm fucked, so I need help, basically.
The road The road is this. We pass of the...
Hey, don't let me die. So, can you just pass? I mean, enemies don't block your movement, right? So
You cannot, but you cannot use.
We can.
You have to use
We can.
a 2 move to get in and out.
We can move. Each hero in the same adjacent move one. If I use this card,
If you use
all
but the minute you are standing here, you are stuck because of the webbing. So if you pull people in here with that card, they cannot get out with a basic move on their own. So you need people to come up to you first. If you want to use that card for that.
I move.
Yes.
I pass. I
use this card, it's mandatory to make the melee attack.
Yes. So the minute an enemy unit activates, and that could be these guys, then you can move one and make a melee attack if there's anything for you to attack. So even though you're standing down there, that could be a move up. Yes. And enemies will attack in a moment because these will all attack when he finishes his turn. So you can use that to get an extra movement out of your own turn if you want to.
Three dice. 4 to get one.
Then it's need 6.
Oh,
Yes, 6.
6.
Yeah, yes. Then it is gone.
Okay. It's not noise, but the weapon. It's simple.
You shall re-roll 1 blank noise dice. There are none, so you are all good.
I finish my
You
turn.
move and you attack, right? So you
I
make
move and attack.
okay.
And I can move another.
No, no.
No, because
Yes, and that would be to your basic move. So if you have already used your basic move and didn't use that, then you can't. You have to use it when you use your basic move.
okay. Your turn.
So now it is the alien's turn. So
Before this starts, then it's the alien.
yes, so we start
okay,
from the
okay.
top,
Attack me.
and we have 2 zombies that move in,
Very well.
and we have 2 zombies that move in. Then we have
They attack me together.
yeah. But
I can defend everyone.
all zombies attack you, and then all the Augen who will move in attacks you, and then the
Very
Augen
well.
who moves in
Very well.
will attack you. So we
Only with this?
yeah. So
Every enemy attacks hit.
yes, and we are starting with the zombies. So the first zombie makes 5 in damage. Everyone after that.
For every attack, I roll the dice.
Yeah,
For every attack.
one moment, because we need to figure out how much you have to defend against. So he makes 5 damage. Everyone after that is plus 3. So that's 14. Yeah, because it's 3, 6, 9 plus, yes.
14.
So you have to defend against 14, yes. It is possible. But you could also just use that and say,
One
I
success,
succeed.
one.
Yeah, but that is for all.
For all.
Yeah. You could also use
I
that
can prove.
instead.
I can prove.
Yeah.
I can prove.
5. So now the little one there,
No problem, no problem.
he has 5, so he gives you 5
For
damage
what?
for the little
For
one.
the litter. Two plus. And this one. Oh, 4. I eat 1.
Yeah. So you are knocked down. Where
No,
are you?
I'm knocked down.
Yes, you just lie yourself
Okay.
like that.
It's very well.
But he doesn't care if you're standing. In fact, it's better that you're lying down because now he can move. Yeah. Yeah. And that is 8
8, but
with 2 dice.
2 dice?
I can help you. I can help you.
Yes.
No problem.
I'll help you.
No problem.
Okay.
Yes.
Spend
So,
my cards. So
One or
you get 2 and roll again.
2.
so you get 2,
I can
and
only
then
spend
you
1 card or I can spend more.
only 1 card. So that's 5. You take a card. So you discard 1 card or drop an item. You don't have any items, so you have to discard a card. Since there is less, yeah, so the bottom part doesn't. And now it is your turn.
which we plan with the car.
But in this card, I must use this card in my turn.
Yeah.
Only my turn.
Only in your turn.
You can use basic movement here.
Yeah, so you use your basic move into here, and then use this into here, and then you can attack in there. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's a good idea. But do note that you will make a lot of noise. But yeah. Yes, and you attack everyone. So you attack him, you attack him, you attack him.
Roll. Okay.
Can I suggest something? I'm not sure the developers intended it like that, but you have a +2 dice modifier to your attack.
Okay.
No, it's easy. No, sorry. Yes, just you can add that to when you attacking one enemy, so that could be for her, for instance. I was kind of thinking maybe you could add the 2 to everyone, but you can't, not the way it's worded. So, no. I was just,
This is fucking amazing.
And that is why it is a feat. It is one of the extra strong cards you all have. So that is one zombie. You attack the zombies first, because they have meat shield. So that is one zombie away. And then you go again. So it will be here.
But isn't it with the attack of each this card?
It's an attack of so that turns into a
Okay, but to roll everyone.
we roll for everyone. And since you have rage, you now have 2 dice instead of 1. Yes. Where you have this card where the single roll will be added to all enemies, his card is full. Yes. So here?
Yes.
Yeah. Because you keep going on all of them. There are some heroes where they keep going until they fail. But for your card, you get to hit one of each of the enemies. So he survives, so now you can try and hit him. No, so yeah, reroll the blanks. Yes.
Yes, but
Ridiculous attack?
No, we can only one. So this one, you attack him. No, you attack him now. So 2 dice in him.
Sergio.
Yeah. So
Explode.
yes, and since he has rage, it is 2.
Madre mía.
But you can reroll blanks. And this one. And this is where I suggest you maybe use roll first, see if it's needed, and then go. Reroll that one. So 6. She has 8. 8, yes. So she gets 1 more. She still has 2 left. But that is 1 down. So if you have more attacks, you can use this and just go, this is an instant wound. So if you have any card that says you can attack, You can use your star and just give her one more wound now. They need to attack.
Oh.
No.
No, but all those miniatures now are attacking.
Everybody. All the friends you make.
So we start with the zombies.
I can't help you.
There's the zombie.
And there's 2. So it's 5 for the first and 3 for the second. So it's only 8. Only 8. You have to discard your heroic point, so that one goes away. And since there's more than 6 between what you defended and what you needed, you will take the bottom one. So you can only attack targets in the same. You cannot shoot with this. You don't. Yeah, because it's only 1. So you cannot shoot far, but you don't do that anyway. So that's all good. Yes. Then you have to defend against this little guy. So that is a 5.
No more snake eyes, please.
Whoa!
Okay.
Then you have to defend against this.
8.
So that is not good.
Yes. 2 more. Now continue. Come on.
Hey! Start. Blind.
But you could give him that.
Oh yes, of course. Come on.
Okay, thank you.
Keep going. That's this one. Keep going. No!
And you are knocked back, which means you are moved out of the tile.
Okay.
You went 6 erect, but the bottom part doesn't take effect. Yes.
Now it's done.
Yes.
Do we leave it here or you want to play it around?
I could go on.
You are kind of only halfway. It's not, yeah, because you still have to go through all of this. So it's not that I want you to leave. You're very welcome to stay. I'm just making sure you know that it will still take time to get through it all.
So how much time do you think it will?
It depends on what you run into, and I don't know because that is random. So, but you have moved 1, 2, 3, 4. You're in tile 5, so you have 3 times. So it's at least near the same amount that we have already spent. So you are very, very welcome to stay, but I don't want you sitting thinking, there's so much else we want to see. Yeah.
Do you mind? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. It was fun. Yeah. Have a great time at Essen.